revisionism.
No,
The
what I'm asking you is,
Statue of Liberty
Jim,
has always
Jim,
been
let me
a
ask you a
beacon of
question.
hope to the world
Jim,
for people to send
Jim, do you
their
believe-
people to this country,
Jim,
and they're not always going to speak
Jim,
English, Stephen.
Jim.
They're not.
It was a very spirited debate between two very spirited ideologues on the issue of immigration, and one of those very spirited ideologues happened to be a supposedly objective news reporter for CNN, Jim Acosta.
First of all, I don't understand why Jim Acosta is allowed to hijack a White House press conference for this kind of showboating. You know, one of the reasons why we need immigrants to come here and do the jobs that Americans won't do is because apparently one of the jobs that Americans won't do is drag Jim Acosta out of there, kick him to the sidewalk and say, if you want to do the Jim Acosta show, there's a rusting boxcar around the back of the freight yards with 3 semi-comatose hobos who are interested in it, but nobody else here is.
Aren't you trying to change what it means to be an immigrant coming into this country if you're telling them you have to speak English?
This is how we got Trump.
You are fake news.
This is why people hate the press. Acosta going in there and saying that because of Emma Lazarus's poem, it's un-American to require immigrants to speak English.
This whole notion of, well, they could learn, they have to learn English before they get to the United States. Are we just going to bring in people from Great Britain and Australia?
Jim, it's actually, I have to honestly say, I am shocked at your statement that you think that only people from Great Britain and Australia would know English.
There are 60 countries in the world, including mine, that have English as an official language. For example, just a few years ago, after the genocide, Rwanda, a Belgian colony, joined the British Commonwealth. And as part of it, even though it's never been a British colony, and as part of that, they stopped teaching French in schools and began teaching English. So you can have Rwandans who are fluent in English. You can have Papua New Guineans who are fluent in English. You can have Tuvaluans who are fluent in English. And Singaporeans who are fluent in English. And the idea that this is just some pasty white man's language is so deranged. Almost a third of the members of the United Nations are proficient in English, more or less.
It reveals your cosmopolitan bias to a shocking degree. You think only people from Great Britain or Australia would speak English is so insulting to millions of hardworking immigrants.
I mean, don't forget, what Jim Acosta is complaining about is that Trump wants to move to a Canadian-style immigration policy.
Now, the Canadian government has apologized for Bryan Adams on several occasions.
These are the same people who are wetting their knickers over Justin Trudeau on the cover of Rolling Stone saying, oh, why can't we have a dreamboat president like the Canadian Prime Minister? And Trump saying, well, I'll meet you halfway. Let's start with Canadian immigration policy. And suddenly Justin Trudeau is this white supremacist and Trump is trashing America's immigration policy to turn himself into another maple-infused Ku Klux Klan moose hunting ground like Canada. This is ridiculous.